16th, the last few shloks, about 8 or 9 left, and we complete chapter 16th also now. So, verse 16th, shlok 16th. Anek chitta vibhranta moh jal samavritaha prasaktaha kam bhogeshu patanti narke ashuchau. I will give a link to the chapter 16 so you can recite with me as I recite. This is just it just clears up our entire system, our vocal cords, our lungs, and everything. I think just to pronounce Sanskrit, just to be able to recite Sanskrit verses is such a great experience. And this Bhagavad Gita series has given me a chance to keep in touch with the mother of all languages, mother of many languages, or yeah, that could be a controversial statement because Prakrit people will say that Prakrit was older and Sanskrit people say Sanskrit was older, Tamil people will say Tamil was older. Anyway, all these are great languages, and I bow down to all the great languages of India. The script certainly is common in all three. The sequence of vowels and consonants is common in all Indian languages. Ka, kha, ga, gha, nga, cha, cha, ja, ja, ya, ta, ta, da, da, na, ta, tha, da, da, na, pa, pha, ba, bha, ma, yara, la, va, sha, sha, sa, ha, kshatrajna is common across all South Indian and North Indian Prakrit, Pali, Sanskrit languages. So if that one thing unites entire India, it is this one fact. Grammatical structures, the words are common across many Indian languages, and the sequence of vowels and consonants, swar and vyanjan, is certainly common across all. There is even a hypothesis, and this was told to me by my Professor Gary Tubb at Columbia, that even the way South Indian characters are formed in languages, Tamil, Kannada, Malayalam, or Telugu, is common across, is common with Sanskrit and Devanagari script. Even the script has evolved over centuries. So there is no such thing as Aryan versus Dravidian languages. According to my teacher at Columbia University, New York, Professor Gary Tubb, he would not say this in public or on record, he would not go, because all these are highly politicized debates, and especially Sanskrit scholars I've seen have avoided getting involved in any controversies or debates. They have very silently, like rishis, they just keep their heads down and just keep working on the great Sanskrit texts. They hardly ever interact on the media. So now let's start chapter 16, chapter 16, verse 16th. Chapter 16th, verse 16th. अनेक चित्त विभ्रांता मोह जाल समावृताः प्रसक्ताः काम भोगेषु. We can't say काम भोगेषु, काम भोगेषु, because ma is complete there. Patanti narke ashuchau. Patanti, they fall. Patta, the word for leaf, patta, that which falls. Pat means to fall. Patanti, they fall. What? Who falls? Who fall? Plural, patanti. Patati would be singular, patanti. Plural, narake, in their hells. Ashuchau, most foul hell. Into a foul hell. They fell into a foul hell. Who? The demons, the demonic people, not with those long thorns or whatever, long teeth or long nails, but those that have demonic qualities. Which demonic qualities? They are mohjal samavrataha. They are deluded, covered, engulfed by a network of delusion, mohjal. Right? Aneka chitta vipran. They are always confused. Many minds, as if many confusing thoughts. Right? Dilemmas are always in there, troubling them. Prasaktaha, extremely attached. Kam bhogeshu, extremely attached to kam and bhogeshu. Desires and consumption and instant gratification, all those things. So led astray by many imaginings. I said many minds, translated saying many imaginings. Better way of saying, I guess. Enveloped in a net of delusion, I said the similar thing. Attached to the gratification or desires. Kama bhogishu, bhog of kam. Right? So gratification or desires, like I said, instant gratification, very similar. They fall into a foul hell. Narak and Swarg. Swarg and Narak are not some physical locations somewhere in the cosmos, but simply that which gives us evil, negative feelings are the Narak spaces, and that which gives us good feelings auspicious feelings are all Swarg spaces according to Hindu philosophy or Indian philosophy in general. Jain philosophy says Swarg is like a temporary pleasure place. It's like a vacation spot, and then you, as soon as your account is up, account is finished, you need to come back and live your life and get rid of your karma also. So Swarg and Nark have slightly different connotations in Hinduism, Jainism, Buddhism, but they're very similar. Buddhism, Swarg would be a place where Buddha is born. So Sukhavati, true Pure Land Buddhism, Pure Land and true Pure Land Buddhism in Japan, they have this idea. So these are Mahayana ideas where Swarg is that place where Buddha is born, and a soul which is trying to attain nirvana will get rebirth into a place where Buddha is already existing because of his bodhisattva character, and bodhisattva will ensure that you get nirvana. So that's a very similar but little different connotation of Swarg in Buddhism. Alright, let's keep moving. So yeah, we finished 16 now. Verse 17th. Atma sambhavitaha stabdhaha dhanman madan vitaha. So these are the demons. Yajante nama yadnaihi te dambhena avidhi purvak. So the demonic quality people, they are doing yajna, they are doing rituals, but how they do it? Dambhena, with lot of hypocrisy and pride, arrogance and so on. Avidhi purvak. They don't follow any certain procedure as laid down in the Vedas. Yajurveda or other Vedas have these detailed procedures to do yajnas. They don't follow. Demonic people, they don't follow. Yajante, they do rituals, but not properly, not in a proper process. Nama yadnehi, they do it for the namesake. Nominal yajna, nominal ritual, just for the namesake. Dhanman madan vitaha, they are full of this false pride of their wealth and their ego and false pride and so on. Madan vitaha, this mad is this arrogance of wealth and of their pride. Atma sambhavitaha stabdaha, they are self-conceited, as we say sometimes somebody is full of himself or herself. Self-mesmerized, stabdaha, they are just stubborn, extremely adamant, stubborn people. These are the qualities of demonic people, demonic qualities. Alright, verse 18th, chapter 16th. Ahankaram, balam, darpam. These are the, again, demonic qualities. Ahankaram, balam, darpam, kamam, krodham, cha sanshitaha, mama atma paradeheshu, pradishvantoha pradishyantaha abhyasuyakaha. Pradishyantaha asuyakaha. Asuya is what? Anasuya is a Rishi Patni in Vedas mentioned, or Vedas and Puranas. Asuya is envy or jealousy. So they are extremely envious, extremely full of negative qualities. Pradishwanti, they hate, they have this full of hatred. Ahankaram, false pride. Balam, darpam, that arrogance of their force, power. Kamam, desires, krodh, anger. They have taken surrender or refuge in these negative qualities forever, apparently. Mam atma paradeheshu. They have this hatred for the divinity inside their bodies and also in others' bodies. Mam atma paradeheshu. Atma and paradeshu. Mam is so hatred for Mam, that is Krishna is speaking. So Mam on Krishna, that is on divinity. Pradeshwantaha abhyasuyaka. So clinging to egotism, ahankar, force, balam, insolence, darpam, kamam, desire, krodham, anger, as you know. So those malicious people hate me, Mam, Krishna, hate Krishna, that is hate divinity, in their own and others' bodies. Alright, verse 19th. Tan aham dvishataha kruran sansareshu naradhaman kshipami ajasram ashubhan asurish ev yonishu. Asurishu ev yonishu. So now Bhagavan Krishna is how Bhagavan punishes such demonic people. He says, Bhagavan says, Kshipami, I throw them, I hurl them, I throw them. Where? Ajasram, that is the constantly. Ashubhan, these evil kind of people, the worst of people, I constantly. Ajasram, Ashubhan, these evil people, I throw them where? Asurishu yonishu. The demonic lineages, demonic births, demonic wombs, I punish them by keep throwing them into these negative, evil wombs, evil lineages, evil births. Tan aham dvishatah kuru. Those cruel haters, those who hate me, I punish them like that. Those cruel haters, the demon, the worst of men, the worst of people, I constantly hurl them into the wombs of demons in the cycles of rebirth. So they are always stuck in this cycle of rebirth unless they get rid of their demonic qualities and come and develop their divine quality. Example, Prahlad was thrown into a demonic lineage, right? Asurishu Yonishu, like Bhagavan is saying. Prahlad was born into Hiranyakashipu's family. But by his development of his good qualities, he switches from being a demon to a divine person. Not again by physical characteristics, not again by physical attributes, but by his sattvic qualities, by his spiritual qualities. Verse 20th. Asurim yonim apanna. These people who are into Asurim yoni, the demonic lineages. Mudha janmani janmani. Every birth they remain fools. Mam aprapya eva kaunteya. Tataha yanti adhamam gatim. Having entered the wombs of demons, those who are deluded, Mudha janmani, every birth, not attaining me, mam aprapya, they are not able to reach me, they are not able to connect me because of their demonic qualities. Free from their good conditions, still low, even lower, they will be pushed back by me because of they spiral out of control, they keep going more and more negative. Tato yanti adhamam gatim, even worse, future births, they keep getting more and more negativity. Trividham narkasya idam dwaram nashanam atmanah kamam kamah krodha tatha lobha. These are the three gates of hell. Tasmat etat trayam tyaje. So always reject the three gates of hell. What are those? Kamah, desires, krodha, anger, and lobha, greed. Anger, greed, and desire are the three entrance to the hell. Trividham narkasya idam dwaram nashanam, which leads to your peril, you perish by these three gates of hell. Kamaha, Krodha, Tatha, Lobha. Tasmat etat trayam tyaje. This is the threefold gate of hell, destructive of the self. Dwaram nashanam atmana. Desire, anger, and greed. Therefore, one should abandon these three. Verse 22nd. Etaihi vimuktah kaunteya tamaha dwaraihi tribhihi naraha. Look at the pronunciations. Acharati atmanah shreya tatah yati param gatim. If you reject these three things, tatai etahi, therefore, vimuktah kaunteya, the free liberated people, released from three gates of darkness, tamah dwaraihi tribhihi naraha, one who is free from, released from three gates of darkness, Kaunteya, O Arjuna, the son of Kunti, a man does what is best for him. Acharati atmanah shreya, the best conduct characteristics he follows, that person follows, he or she. Yataha tataha yati, and then he goes to the highest goal. Now we keep saying he, and the translator also says he, but the verbs are gender neutral in Sanskrit. So if we just say yati, goes, yati means goes, it could be he or she or it, any gender. So it's just old habit of saying he everywhere, the translation, and even I said he sometimes, but it's she and it are understood by default. It is gender neutral because they have not even specified any pronoun here. So Sanskrit is very pronoun free language. You don't have to specify he, she, or it, he or she, because they just say tatah yati param gatim, therefore goes to supreme stage, gender neutral. Beautiful, right? All right, verse 23rd, very woke in that sense, Sanskrit languages, because it is gender neutral by default. The verbs are gender neutral. All right, verse 23rd. Yah shastra vidhim utsrajya vartate kam karatah na saha siddhim avapnoti na sukham na paramgatim. One who has rejected the procedures laid down in the scriptures, vartate kamakara, that person is practicing just out of the desire, he or she, it, like I said. Na sa siddhim, that person cannot ever attain accomplishment. Na sukham, no happiness, and no supreme state. There is no moksha. Verse 23. That's so translator says that person who acts under the impulse of desire, casting aside the injunctions of the scriptures, does not attain perfection, nor happiness, nor the highest goal. And the last verse of chapter 16th, Daivāsura Sampad Vibhāga Yoga is the name of the chapter 16th. We reach the last verse, 24th verse. Tasmat Shastram Pramanam Te Karya Akarya Vyavasthitau Gyatva Shastra Vidhanuktam Karma Kartum Iti It Arhasi. It behooves you to follow the instructions laid down in the scripture. Never reject anything which is mentioned in the scripture. Tasmat, therefore, Shastram Pramanam. Shastra is your biggest evidence, biggest support, and biggest standard. Karya Akarya. What is to be done, what is not to be done. Karya Akarya. Karya, we translate in Hindi, Karya means calm, but Karya means that which ought to be done. Akarya, that which not to be done. That which is not supposed to be done. Vyavasthita. So all these systems are established in the scriptures. That which is to be done, that which is not to be done. Therefore, determining your standard by the scriptures as to what is and what is not to be done, knowing the scriptural injunction prescribed, you should perform action here in this world. Karma kartum iti arhasi. Right here. Karma kartum ih arhasi. Karma kartum ih, right here in this world. Arhasi. It behooves you to follow your duty as laid down in the scripture, in the Shastras, and perform your action. So that completes chapter 16th. Daivāsura Sampada Vibhāga Yoga is done. So now we have only 2 chapters left. With your blessings, we'll continue after we release the full video of chapter 16. Next Sunday will be these 8 verses, and then the final verse, chapter 16, and then we'll start chapter 17th. Thank you. And Bhagwan Jai Krishna, Bhagwan Krishna, Bhagwan Ki Jai. Today is Janmashtami, and when I'm recording this, and I'll be releasing it on Sunday, which is, I guess, extension of Janmashtami celebration. Janmashtami, 8th day of the birth of Bhagwan Krishna, who gave us the Bhagavad Gita. Thank you.